Well, it's all going down. Brisbane is the place to be. Liam Paro returns to the ring in a world title eliminator and a moving card over the last 24 to 48 hours. Look, the Punch podcast will be there on fight night, but today we're zooming in to the balcony of Ben Damon as we look at Bris Vegas behind him. Ben Damon, hello.
David, where are you, mate? We need you. We need some stability because that's one thing that we do not have this fight week. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. I don't know if people saw the weigh-in today, but this is unprecedented for me. One of the fighters fell off the stage. We thought he might have broken his leg. We thought the fight might be off. Everything's okay, but that just shows you the level of stuff that is going on here in Brisbane.
And not just any fighter, the co-main.
Yeah,
Liam Wilson's opponent.
yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, so all week we've been saying, look, there's been chaos through this undercard, but it's okay because we've got the co-main, we've got the main event. Well, we nearly lost the co-main today, so it felt doomed for a moment, but that is the good news, like you just mentioned. Jorge Santana from the Dominican Republic, who is fighting against Liam Wilson, he is okay. He fell off the stage while he was testing his weight. I was standing alongside. I couldn't quite believe what had just happened. He fell really awkwardly too. He sort of had one leg stuck up there and one leg down. He ended up getting back and weighing in and being okay. And he had some deep breaths and had to sort of recover himself to some extent, but he is okay. Liam Wilson, gee, he did the weight tough as well. He did not look great on the scales. So that fight is going to be really interesting. Both of them have had dramas in the last 24 hours, and yeah, they're going to fight in the co-main event.
So 48 hours ago, we had a card with Liam Paro, Liam Wilson, Brock Jarvis, and Paulo Acuso. Now, the first thing that we lost was Brock Jarvis, right, to hospital. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's had an injury. Brock's had a couple of surgeries in recent years. Well, he's off to have another one. So the shoulder that he didn't have the surgery on has had a similar injury to the shoulder that he did have the surgery on. So he was out. That was sometime Monday. It's now Wednesday. He was out and has been booked in, I believe, for surgery pretty soon. So a real pity for Brock Jarvis coming off that good win that he had pretty recently, backing up fast and in the late stages of training camp, he's out. Yeah, so what happened then is they were able to eventually get a new opponent for the guy that Brock Jarvis was fighting, Ken Aiken. So he's now fighting Sonny Knight, who you will have seen on some No Limit shows previously. He just flew in last night, actually. So they've gone to a catch weight. He's coming up short notice to fight against Ken Aiken. That fight happens. You mentioned Paulo Acuso. Well, his opponent was stopped leaving Uzbekistan because of a visa issue. So all sorts of scrambling happened there. Ben Hussein came to the venue on press conference day to try and negotiate whether he could have a fight against Paulo Acuso. Of course, he's fought at lighter weight divisions than light heavyweight, but they just couldn't agree on a weight. Ben Hussein has a fight coming up, but it's not for a little while, and he was a lot bigger. He wanted 88 kilos. Paulo wanted 84 kilos because he had geared himself towards fighting at light heavyweight, which is obviously under there, and ultimately they couldn't agree. So, yeah, unfortunately, Paulo Acuso is off this card, and Ben Hussein could not save the day.
To speak on Brock Jarvis, a lot of his fight for this one was essentially the Nikita Zoo eliminator, almost.
Yeah.
Now that's off the table, I'm assuming, if you're saying operation. And is it all signs that the rumours in Brisbane is Michael Zarafa?
Well, it was the Nikita Zoo sweepstakes. It was considered that Michael Zarafa and Brock Jarvis were in that event. I'll let you do the maths on what's probably going to happen now because Brock Jarvis won't be taking the fight. Michael Zarafa will be here, my good friend and yours. He'll be alongside me in co-commentary,
Oh,
in
wow.
fact. So that'll be fun, as it always is. He's on his way here to Brisbane to sit alongside me tomorrow. So, yeah, who knows? Maybe there's something imminent with regards to that fight, but certainly it does look the one most likely, doesn't it? And it's an exciting fight. Cannot wait if that does happen, Nikita Zoo and Michael Zarafa.
Plenty going on. And as you mentioned, Liam Wilson's opponent falling off. And then you think, all right, sweet, we got a main event. No worries at all. David Papot walks up to the scales. And what happens then?
Yeah, he went a little way over, not massively over, but I looked at the scales and I went, well, I'm just going to go. You guys sort this out amongst yourselves. I've had enough. Put my microphone down. Well, no, I didn't, but I did feel like it. But he got nude after that, tried to make it, was just over 40 grams, went off. did whatever he did, came back. He weighed in. We have a main event. We have a co-main event, unless someone falls off something in between now and then. The other one that we didn't mention, Floyd Masson's opponent from India. He had a visa issue as well, so he's gone. Floyd Masson, though, he's got a harder fight now because Johan Lind, he is on his way. I think he's just arrived in Brisbane. So it's a legitimate heavyweight fight for the former IBO cruiserweight champion in Floyd Masson. That is now done. That's a done deal, that fight. So scrambling going on, everything being thrown back together, and it ends up, we've got a really good card. So Liam Paro in a really meaningful fight, a world title eliminator of sorts against David Papot, and everything else that's been sort of put back together. And ultimately, good night of boxing coming up tomorrow night.
So what you're saying is in the next 24 hours, the headliner could be Darren Garatuella.
Well, anything is possible. As long as they're all just staying in their rooms now, ideally by themselves. We don't want them near anyone, near anything, certainly not at any height. No one will be coming to this balcony. And hopefully everything's okay, because it has just been a crazy week. A week where ultimately everything that we didn't want to happen happened. But a lot of people have worked hard to throw it all back together. And we do have a fight. We do have some fights. It's all going to be okay.
Well, No Limit have managed to get this thing on the road. What have they been like? Have you spoken to George, and probably more importantly, have you spoken to Matt, who's the one that you do normally see flying across the stage?
Oh yeah, I've spoken to Matt quite a bit, a lot, in fact. There's been a lot of that behind the scenes, a lot of work going on. There were still things happening during that press conference yesterday. Bits of messages were being thrown here and there, and then again today, things were changing all the time. So it has been chaotic, but it feels like we've got there. Looking forward to bringing this broadcast to everyone on Main Event tomorrow night.
Obviously, you are the best in the business, and that's why you're up there, but you do have to move on your feet a lot. What are you hearing in your ears in these things? Have you had a more, I guess, chaotic way in where things have gone a little bit pear-shaped over the course of 24
Uh,
minutes?
Look, I don't know. Interestingly, though, I don't think I got anything in my ear the last couple of days. I think because it was so chaotic, they just went, just let him deal with it. Hopefully, it's all going to be okay. They sort of just left me to try and cobble everything together, and it did work out that way. So probably better. You don't need more information when you're struggling to figure out what's going on yourself. I can't really recall this many individual things happening. And I don't know if you saw the press conference yesterday. Then we had audio and mic issues during the press conference. I swapped mics. I literally had 3 different mics throughout the course of that press conference. So just everything was going crazy. They just sort of left me to it. We got through and we continue forward. But it's been a really bizarre one. Someone falling off the stage, that's a new one for me.
What a sport. We often use that word, but what a sport. It reminded me of, when you see the footage of like the performances, like the dancers or something, and they run to the back of the stage and then doof. I was just watching it, and then the replay just started looping, and you're just seeing like woof, woof,
Oh man.
down and down again. So
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I was right there, sort of just seeing them test weight. And when he kept going, I often think, don't go too close to the back of the stage, whoever you are, like whoever's there, because that's just a curtain. That's not a wall, that bit of signage. He didn't realize that. He just leant on it trying to get his shoes off, I think. And that's when he went. And I was like, that can't have just happened. Surely that didn't just happen. But ultimately it did. And he was sort of stuck there awkwardly. They pulled him up, and I thought, well, hopefully he's not broken an ankle or done a knee or something, because the last thing we need is to lose the co-main event. And the last thing he needs is an injury like that. And I didn't know how everything would work with insurance. And I'm sure there were people who were more concerned about liability issues than me. But it was just a bizarre moment. And I'm glad that he's not done any damage. He gave me the thumbs up after the weigh-in. He's off, hopefully lying down now and rehydrating and doing whatever else he needs to do. And Jorge Santana will fight Liam Wilson in this co-main event tomorrow night.
So yeah, Liam Wilson went back because he's popped up to lightweight to try and what was it, 135 or 140? They went up to try and sort of get George Kambosos interested. Didn't happen, so he's gone back. And
Yes, he has. He is number four in the world at super featherweight still.
yeah,
So you can understand that he wants to continue on that path, and he wants Emmanuel Navarrete again because ultimately he probably should be the world. He should have been the world champion after that horrific night of the long count in Arizona. So yeah, he wants to stick around it that way, but I don't know how long he can, to be perfectly honest, because he did it really, really tough. He did not look like someone who was in a good physical state while he was weighing in today, and that's really concerning for everyone around him. He made the weight, to his credit, just an unbelievable effort. I know he spent a long time in the bath this morning, and he had a fair bit to get off on weigh-in day. But yeah, we'll just see how he performs tomorrow night. Sometimes he has done the weight really poorly. I'm not sure if he's done it this badly before, but he has turned up and fought really well. So we'll just wait and see how he goes and whether he can continue to get himself down to super feather.
and obviously the big one for tomorrow being Liam Paro with a world title eliminator. Just touch on that one a little more. So the IBF, he's going for a fight to get a shot at now. They do have a world champion, the IBF. So
Yeah, they do. So they had the All Irish fight for the world title at the weekend. So we have a world champion there. All the indications are that Matchroom are going to try and keep that in house. They want to do a fight with Conor Benn. That's what they really want to do. So Liam Paro, he can understand why that might happen. So he'll probably go into the number two position in the wake of this fight. Should he beat David Papot? And then he would look to get a shot pretty soon after that, ideally. Papot, though, he's very confident. I had a good chat with him and his team yesterday. He's had something like 500 fights in his lifetime between kickboxing, amateur boxing, and now boxing, where he's undefeated in 31. He's got 30 wins and one draw in his 31 fights. So he's got a great deal of experience. He's got heaps of confidence as well. He and his team were talking about the betting markets. He's as big as, I think, $8 with some markets here in Australia. They said, look, guys, if you like money, have a bet on our guy. So, if you do like money and you trust the French, then go right ahead. He's very confident he'll be winning his way through. He's certainly not used to losing, and he thinks he'll be winning again here. But Liam Paro, he looks the part. He looks ready. He's saying all the right stuff. He's a real confident character. He's speaking well. He looks great. He was so good last time out in that fight in Cairns, and he wants to get back into world title contention. Best way to do that is to look good here against David Papot.
well, main event, KO Sports, you can do that. And we look forward to seeing Liam Paro light it up again. I bet he'd be enjoying being back home with an Australian promoter and watching the footy and seeing his promos play and getting the
Yeah,
attention that he ultimately deserves and wanted. So it's all there. But
yeah.
you guys get to watch it. If you are in Brisbane, you can see the weather behind Ben's smoking. Look at that.
Beautiful, yeah. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Brisbane. All is done. I think everyone's safe in their rooms, so maybe we'll go and have a beer and try and figure out what has just gone down in the last couple of days. It has been absolutely wild. But yeah, all the talk up here is Liam Paro. He is back at home. He's on the big stage. He's gunning for another world title shot, and yeah, he's just handling all the media and all of this publicity so well. He's really lent into it. I think he really likes the fact that he is becoming a star in his own backyard, and tomorrow night is another big step in him solidifying that.
Well, you'll hear Ben on the commentary on Main Event and KO. Don't miss it. Get that pay-per-view and obviously jump onto the Punch Podcast socials as well because we'll be live on location. That's what we do. I'll be I'll
Yep,
be I'll be trying to fire up Zarafa, see what he's got to say,
yep,
uh, and all the
he'll be
rest.
there.
He'll be there.
Nikita will be there, I believe. Nikita's on his way. A
Yeah.
bunch of others, I'm sure. It'll be a big night at a great venue. You're going to love the venue too. Pat Rafter Arena. It's like a coliseum. It's a tennis venue, obviously. That's why they named it after Pat Rafter. But you're right on top of the action. Really good atmosphere once there's a good crowd in there. I'm sure it'll hold the noise. It's got a roof. Going to be a beautiful day again in Brisbane. Can't wait. Really looking forward to it.
Prelims from 6, pay-per-view from 7. Get around it.